All right, here we go. Hey, thanks everybody for joining us. Once again, we have another segment of In the Ring with Kings Promotions and my partner, Andrew Foy. And we have two very, very special guests. I'm honored to have Chris, the Nightmare Arreola, on the card, all the way from the West Coast. And, I'm very excited. I'm happy that Chris is on. Chris is like family, man. He really is. And then we have Travis Kauffman as well. Travis, my time Kauffman on here. And those two are like brothers from another mother. So, hey, how are you guys doing?
Shit, I'm good.
Good?
I'm, I'm in California. I love life.
Yeah. Hey, Chris, is that gray hair I see up top there?
I'd rather say have gray hair than no hair.
Yeah, how about it, right?
Shots fired.
Hey,
Got
look,
that.
we're in for a very special night here with these two guys. I mean, they love to crack on each other, and we're not going to you can't get any better. So I'm excited. Andrew, why don't you say a few words, introduce yourself, and this is going to be a fun night.
Yeah, well, I'm just happy to have these guys on. I think it's going to be great. This is actually the first time I've ever met Chris, so just a way to meet somebody, man.
Social distancing is working well.
Yeah, but it's an honor to have you on tonight along with Travis, and I'm expecting a fun show. Can you hear me, Marshall?
Yeah, no,
I heard
I hear you well.
All right. Hey, let me ask you guys a question before we get started with some of the other things we have planned. What is in your guys' futures right now after the quarantine is over? What are you thinking?
So what happened?
What do you plan?
I was watching Secret Life of Pets. It was
Well, look, you better listen up. All right.
See, for me, I'm just staying busy. Whatever comes up, comes up. But I'm just staying busy right now. I'm trying to work as much as possible. If I'm not in the gym, my garage, I'm out walking, hiking, taking the dogs for a walk, doing something. I'm lucky to be in California because we have great weather and just jump in the pool and teach my son how to swim. But at the end of the day, staying active.
You won't be here.
Chris, do you feel like you some doors opened for you after your last fight? I feel like people weren't expecting you to. I mean, you're always tough and put in a great performance, but I don't feel like people thought it was going to be as good of a fight as it was.
Yeah, I honestly felt like I probably could have got a split decision, but I was I was in his hood, I was in his place. It was a tough fight. It was a great fight, and I honestly kind of feel like I put a blueprint out there how to fight him, and I exposed him a little bit. But yeah, I definitely feel like some doors opened up because a lot of people were not expecting that from me. Because I said I was retiring after this. Especially if I looked like crap, I would definitely retired. I would, if you were off the floor, I would have been out the door. But I honestly think that this fight just gave me an extra, a little added motivated to keep fighting.
Hey, Chris, how do you feel knowing after you've seen what just happened with Kalinacki?
I feel bad for the kid. Because there was a lot of high hopes for him. I feel bad for him, definitely feel bad for him. Hopefully he could rebound. But it's the sport, man. Either you come back from it or you don't. And
right.
And the thing about it is that it was a tough fight. Something about on that big kid that
that
big Viking kid that just had his number.
Right. It's funny. Travis and I talked about the fight the day before. Al Heyman and I talked about it, and we both said how there's going to be somebody that knocks Kalinacki out that we don't expect it. It's going to be someone because he gets hit so much. Did you take notice how you were able to land a lot of shots on him? I mean, and you fought. You didn't take a.
You know what? I think the main thing was after I was able to withstand so many punches, I was able to land easy punches. And if I honestly believe if I didn't hurt my left hand by the end of the fourth round, I would have probably finished him by the 8th, 9th round. But I was scratching him with a lot of punches and with right hand, which is my horrible hand. I can't even throw punches. I don't even know how I was hitting him.
Right. No, and I was ringside. You remember, and I couldn't stop yelling for you. You know what I mean? I loved it. I loved the performance you put on, and I thought the fight was that close that it could have went either way as well. And of course, you're always a true gentleman in victory or defeat. You know what I mean? And so
it was a fun fight, though. It definitely was a fun fight for myself. I enjoyed it a lot. I had a lot of fun.
It was a fun fight for the fans.
Yeah, we're lucky that we both got back home to our families, and I kind of a little bit coherent still. So let's give it another go.
Right. No, it was cool, and it's good to see that you're in the gym there training. Travis,
Yo,
tell us what you thought about that fight with Chris.
I actually had Chris up by 1 round. I knew the style of fight. I knew Chris was going to step up. I wasn't shocked that Chris came and performed the way he performed. Because Chris, the one thing about Chris, whether he was in shape, out of shape, becomes a fight. And I knew Chris had it in his mind that, he was talking about retirement. So if he was going to retire, he wanted to go out with a bang. And one thing we know about Chris, he ain't going to just, whether, like I said, in shape, out of shape, he's coming to fight. He can have 10 beers before, 10 beers after. He's coming to fight.
Right. That's a fact. Travis, we know you've been off for a while. What have you been doing in the time since you fought Luis Ortiz? I mean, I know, but the people out there don't know.
I've been
Let's not tell them about all of it, but just some of it.
I've been maintained. No, I'm joking. I haven't really been working out. Of course, I caught the coronavirus, as you know. I had the COVID-19, and I was
I called it. I thought you were gonna beat it too. I called it.
Listen, it wasn't that bad. No, it was bad. It was bad as a roller coaster. But anyways, I got through it, and I've really been chilling. I haven't really been working out. I've been lazy. After being off for 16 months, it's really hard to get back in the groove of things. But I really, really want to. I missed the ring, and when I come to fight, I come to fight. Whether it was Luis Ortiz, whether it was Chris Arreola, whether it was Amir Mansour, I love fighting. And whether it's getting an ass beaten or giving one, I just love doing it. So
I have to be a little biased here. One, because you're my son, and two, because I like Chris. You two have to be two of the best heavyweights for entertainment. You know what I mean? There's no, in my opinion, seriously, look at the landscape of the heavyweight division. There's nobody that brings it like you two. I mean, it's and you're always in for an exciting fight.
They were trying to make Adam Kanofsky one of them, but unfortunately, what's his name got his number, and his name I don't think is going to live up to what it used to be. Now I wish him the best. I hope he bounces back, like Chris said earlier. But the three most exciting fighters I thought in the heavyweight division was me, Chris, and Adam.
All right. Hey, Chris, there's been talks that I've heard about possibly you.
I heard too.
Or Travis fighting Ruiz. Can you shed some light on that?
You know what, man? Like I said, I don't know, but I guarantee it'll be a fun fight. It'll be a guaranteed smash fight. I'm just saying it'll be a great fight, and I just hope that he doesn't underestimate me. Like he was underestimated because I'm older, but I guarantee it'll be a banger of a fight. Kid is fast. Yes, fast hand speed. Don't judge a book by its cover. Man is fat, but man could throw them hands. He's fast kid. So obviously I gotta be ready for him. But that'd be a super fun fight. I would love to fight him. Especially in Southern California, Mexico, something like that.
Exactly.
September,
Exactly.
Independence.
I got a question for both you guys on the topic of Andy Ruiz. In his last fight with Joshua, do you guys feel that he really didn't come in ready to fight like the first time, or was it?
Nah, he didn't take it serious.
Executing his game plan.
He never imagined to be in that position. He never imagined it. Let's be real. I mean, he went out there, he clipped, in my opinion, he went out there, clipped Anthony Joshua, made $4 million for that fight. He never thought he was going to be in that position. He was supposed to come, and he was already in shape, thank God. But he made the biggest money of his life, $10 million for a rematch. And I personally think he let the money get to him. I mean, a lot of us, I mean, you know, I'm not gonna talk about my biggest payday, but I let some money get to me at times. So I can imagine $10 million. You know, that's life changing money. You know, and I don't think he took it serious. I think had he took it serious, the same result could have happened as the first fight. I personally don't think he took it serious. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah, man. When you stop looking at price tags, you know, that's you start enjoying life a little too much. You know, one of the biggest things for a boxer to happen is to be civil, to become civil because you lose the hunger. You know, I would have done the same thing. If I would have beat Klitschko the first time, man, I would have been wilding out. I would have probably been alive right now. To be honest with you, you know, I'd been doing lines of hookers, doing all kinds of stuff. But you know, now being a different man that I am, you know, now I know how to take life, enjoy life differently. Right. But you know, I don't blame him for not one thing, man. I would have done the same damn thing, and you know, shoulda, coulda, woulda, but he didn't.
Hey Chris, over the last, I say 6 years, what have you learned as you've gotten older about yourself and your career in boxing?
One of the things that I've told my daughter too, because I tell her, you know, at the end of the day, I just kept grinding, keep grinding. Because, you know, people fall off. People stop grinding.
Don't get comfortable.
Yeah, they get too comfortable, man. And they just hang in the laurels. And I just kept working.
This is the next heavyweight.
And you know, I changed trainers just my last fight. Maybe I should have changed them sooner, maybe not, but you know, I feel like a little invigorated also. I feel like I got more energy. I have more to give too.
Right. You also have, I think when you're with the new trainer, you have something to prove.
Point to prove.
Exactly, you know, and
yeah.
But you know, I think that makes a difference, you know. But you know, I know how have you approached fights differently now that you're older?
You know what? I don't drink like I used to, which is one thing. I don't drink that much. I don't party like I used to. When I'm training, I'm working. I work hard because I know you win the fight. Really, where you win the fight. And if you don't put the time in, you're gonna go inside the ring with some doubt in your mind, and you don't want to go in the ring with some doubt in mind. I've gone in the ring plenty of times with doubt in my mind, and that's not a good feeling in the ring. You know, when I fought John Pierre Augustine, I went in there and I was on fire. I felt like no one could have beat me that day because I put in the work. Regardless, I put in every minute that I could into that fight.
Right. No, and you know, we were there for that as well. Of course, we were all happy for you. I'm going to talk about you and Trav. When you fought Trav, knowing that you two have sparred probably at least 100 rounds, and not just sparred, you guys hung out. I mean, you were like family. What was that like, knowing you were going into that fight? I know you at the press conference you said.
In all honesty, I had to find a way to get angry. I couldn't get angry. I swear I couldn't. I had to find a reason to get angry. I had to find a reason. I was like, this is my homie. Like, dude, whatever. I had to find something inside of me to be angry. Like, oh, hell no, you did this. Oh, nah, you know what I mean? I had to find a reason. I couldn't.
Now your reason is your little son. Well, I mean, my son, you've been taking care of him. That was your reason.
Yeah, but the difference is like once you get in the ring, I mean, like, it's your homie. Regardless, you know, you gotta make a living, but it's still your homie.
Of course, you want nothing bad to happen to someone you really care about, genuinely care about. I mean, we all know what we signed up for. So me, I mean, it's a little different for me. Chris is a friend of mine, but I know he's always been in the position I always wanted to be in. So when that bell rang, I said, "Fuck friends. We ain't friends no more. I'm trying to kill this dude." And I didn't want to kill him, of course, but I didn't want to kill him. But at that mindset, I had to do everything I had to do to try pulling off the victory. Because he was a name. Nobody knew who the fuck Travis Kauffman was. So that was my opportunity to show whether he's my friend or not. Because after that bell rang at the end of the day, we were still going to be friends. So, you know, it wasn't no mad thing to me. I mean, for me, I didn't have to get mad. For me, it's just like, listen, if it was my dad in front of me, we fighting. Show me a check, we fighting. I don't give a shit.
Oh, fuck my dad up.
But you know what?
There you go.
But you know what, Trav? I think for you, because you knew Chris so well, not getting mad was a good
Help
thing.
me.
You know what I mean?
Right. I stay comfortable. I stay like Mansoor. When I fought Mansoor, I got tired fast because I was trying to really take his head off and kill him. When I fought Chris, I was trying to be smarter out there because I was in there with a veteran. And I'm not saying Mansoor wasn't a veteran, because Mansoor was definitely a veteran. But I just Chris been in there with the better opposition, so I knew I had to keep my calm. So when I seen Chris get worked up in the press conference, I said, "Oh, this is my opportunity. Now it's time to stay calm and show him I'm here to play. I'm not just a sparring partner."
For those of you who don't know Chris Arreola, you got to tune in. You got to put his name in on YouTube, look up some fights, and every fight.
Fuck his fights. Look at his interviews.
And what about the fight against? I'm going to ask you this first, Chris, before I talk about that fight. Who would you say was the 3 hardest punchers you ever fought?
Klitschko, Stavern. Yeah, Wilder.
I forgot about Wilder. You know, I was thinking also, I'll never forget, Travis Walker could crack too as well, right?
Yeah, but I think on that fight I was more scared. You know, like I was thinking of like this guy's built like Tarzan. He's gonna fight like Tarzan. And then I'll fight like Jane after a minute. So I'm like, wait a minute, this ain't too hard. So yeah, that was more out of that.
Right.
But when Klitschko hit me, that motherfucker was trying to like hit back here. Like I could feel that, man. I could feel that power.
Hey, but you know what was amazing? You know, we were there. And so, I mean, you were on him like white on rice, you know, and you had, I guess you had to try to smother his punches as well.
Yeah, and at that time, he threw the record amount of punches because that motherfucker was trying to keep me off him.
Yeah, isn't that the truth, man?
Yeah,
it was amazing. It was one heck of a night. Andrew, anything for these guys?
I mean,
Their fight or any fight
on the current heavyweight division, and the one thing I wanted to ask both you guys, because the last time we were on with Travis, it was after he had beat Ortiz in the second fight, and I know you and Marshall both thought that it was a lock that he was going to knock out Tyson Fury. He said I think he has to box better if he's going to beat Tyson Fury. And
he's not going to beat Tyson Fury.
After that's a different story this time. So after the last fight, do you think he can do anything to turn things around this time?
You're talking about Wilder, right?
Can Wilder do anything to make this fight better for him?
Land that right hand.
Chris.
In all honesty, man, I think Wilder just needs to fucking fight. It seemed like this fight, he wasn't really even fighting. Like, he seemed like he was just hanging and waiting, like Travis said, on that right hand. He was just waiting for that right hand. You can't just do that shit. And you gotta remember, there's 12 rounds to fight, and you gotta fight every fucking round, every second of that round.
But I personally think that's what he had been doing in his last couple fights, just waiting on the right hand.
I almost personally think that he took and got hit with that shot behind the ear, which knocked off his equilibrium, and he wasn't right ever since that shot. I don't think he ever recovered from that shot.
I just think Tyson Fury pulled his pussy card. Tyson Fury bullied him. I mean, I just think that's it. I mean, Wilder, he's gonna buy on his career from his right hand. He got a crazy right hand. But let's be real, he's probably one of the skill wise. I give him all the credit in the world because of what he's done in this little short amount of time. You got nothing but to give him credit. Skill wise, he's terrible. But he got a right hand that knock you in the last year. And that's what he's been counting on his whole career. Fury's IQ is too high, and he's such a big man. I thought even when Fury fought Klitschko, I thought Klitschko's been so used to being the big man, he didn't know what it's going to be like to be the little man. Same thing I thought with Wilder. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I thought Wilder was gonna get him because of his power and the fact that Fury's involved with that WWE wrestling shit. So as a boxer, you can't serve two gods in a sense. And I just thought that was going to distract him. That's why I would only pick Wilder in the second fight. But if they fight again, I think the same shit's going to happen. I think, in my opinion, I think Wilder gets stopped again. He got bullied. Once you take a bully's heart, they're soft now.
Hey, Chris, if you had to pick a heavyweight out there right now to fight, who would you want to fight?
Andy.
Andy Ruiz.
Make it happen. Just saying, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Does.
Why pick someone that won't make sense?
Right.
They're gonna make it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So yeah, if it makes sense, it'll be someone like Andy. Like I said before, man, it'll be a super exciting fight. It'll be a fan-friendly fight, and I guess that's one of those gotta go, win or go.
Right. I'm sure you sparred him before, right?
Yeah, but that was many years ago. I want to say he was probably 17 years old, 18 years old at the most. Yeah, but even then he had fast hands. Even then he was a fat kid. And I remember going in the ring with him, I was like, really? This kid? And then after that, I was like, this kid.
This kid.
Yeah.
Look, I remember Travis saying how he thought Andrew Ruiz was, definitely one of the best because of he had good skills, he got good hands speed.
And you underestimate him. You feel like you ain't got to get ready for him. That's why a lot of people think they don't have to get ready for him because he's a fat boy when he comes to fight.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
As you see, us fat boys, we like fighting.
I ain't invented that shit.
Oh, you're no longer a fat boy?
I'm still fat. Fuck that.
You're a medium-sized boy?
Medium.
Medium.
It's funny how when you guys fought, and I gotta tell you this now. Travis said to me, we were looking at stuff while you were up in Big Bear and getting ready, and Travis said to me, you know what? I'd rather Chris come in tip-top shape than come in not in tip-top shape. He said the Chris that I've always known, when he wasn't in the best of shape, he was
harder to beat.
And why do you say that, Trav?
Because then he has more of a fight in him. He don't want to get too embarrassed, so he comes to fight a little more. When he's in shape, he could take a little more punishment on the aspect of just sitting back and being relaxed because he knows he's going to go 10, 12 rounds, whatever it is. When he's out of shape, he's coming to take your head off because he knows he don't want to go 10, 12 rounds.
Yeah. Do you agree with that, Chris?
That could be true. That could be very true because I know
I sparred you on both.
We gotta drive all the way to fucking San Diego, and I got just enough to make it there. Fuck that. Stop halfway. Might as well.
Andrew, what do you got before we get into this trivia?
One more question. Have you guys seen the news about Tyson and Holyfield wanting to make comebacks?
Yeah, hey, you shouldn't be able to stop a man from making money, but I think they're crazy. Boxing at 53 is a little different. I'm 34. I'll be 35 in 3 months. And 53, fuck that. I ain't putting on no fucking gloves.
What's your thoughts, Chris?
I'm with it. I'll watch it. I ain't gonna lie. I'll watch it. Fuck it. Two old men going at it. It's not like they're fighting for a title. If they want to fight for a senior fucking heavyweight title, that's fine with me. I'll watch it though. I'll still watch it. Holyfield he looks shredded.
Yeah, he sure does, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Don't forget, Herschel Walker won that MMA fight. He was like almost 50-something years old, wasn't he?
Really?
Walker?
Wow.
Oh yeah.
I like to see you and Tyson, Chris.
Shit, hell no. I won't take young Tyson, old Tyson, or cracked out Tyson. I'm good with that. I'll leave that ring without a nose.
Hey, Andrew, you got some questions for these guys, right?
Yep.
Andrew told me he thinks these are easy questions. And I think they are easy for Chris. I think Travis might be the one that struggles.
I know, you revised them, and a couple of these revised ones are tough.
Okay.
All right, so basically,
ladies first.
Yep. The question will go to each of you individually. You have 30 seconds to answer them, okay? So Travis, this one's for you. Who was the first boxer to defeat Mike Tyson?
Buster Douglas. You mean pro or amateur? You talking about pro?
No,
That's
pro,
right.
yeah,
That's
pro.
right.
Yeah, you got it.
All right. This next one's to Chris. Who was the first boxer to defeat Muhammad Ali?
What was that one guy? Fucking Joe Frazier.
Yeah.
What guy?
Well, I don't know why I was thinking between this.
You're like, it was that one guy.
All right, Travis. Who was the first boxer to defeat Holyfield?
To defeat Holyfield? Well, that was Riddick Bowe, wasn't it?
Yo.
Yeah.
All
One of my
right.
favorite fights.
Your father
There's
wasn't
a
giving
trilogy.
much credit. He didn't
Man,
think he
maybe,
did these.
I think I did make these too easy.
Wow. Okay. I'm surprised I got that. I mean, I was a fan of Holyfield. I thought he lost as a cruiserweight though.
All right, this one's a tough one for Chris. Who was the first boxer to defeat Vlad?
Wait. It's not tough because Chris fought him. So don't you think Chris looked up his record prior to fighting him?
Chris fought the other guy.
No.
No.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So who was
Wrong Klitschko.
who was the first guy to defeat Vladimir Klitschko?
Corey.
Nope.
Was it Corey Sanders?
Nope. Ross Purity.
Oh, the dude from Harrisburg or whatever. Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, Hazleton, PA or something, right?
I don't think it was from Harrisburg, but
No,
Ross
I don't
Purity,
think so.
right? It was Ross
That was a
Purity,
tough
right,
one.
Andrew?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Was that a dude from PA or something? Yeah,
Travis is up 2-1.
Fuck Travis.
All right, Travis. Who was the first boxer to defeat Vitaly Klitschko?
Oh, Chris Bird.
Yeah.
He quit. He quit like a little bitch in the 11th round.
Wow.
Travis is getting these easy, man.
Yeah, he
That might
is.
call it something harder.
I really didn't think you were going to do it, son.
I know
Neither
my
did I.
heavyweight. Any other way that I know heavyweight division. Any other weight, I'm fucked. I don't know any of them.
All right, Chris.
Damn.
Who did Vitaly Klitschko defeat to win his first world title?
Corey.
He beat it for his brother, huh?
Who did Vitaly
Corey, right?
win his first world title?
Corey Sanders.
Corey Sanders.
He did defeat Corey Sanders, but I don't think he won his first world title.
This also was a hard one. Herbie Hyde.
I don't even know who that is.
Was that an actual title or was it like one of those
No, that was
bullshit titles that I've won?
no, that was the WBA.
All the jewelry.
Yeah, it's some fake ass shit. Like some
I'm
real
telling you,
shit.
then he went on to defend it against, I think it was Corey Sanders then.
Is the IPO even still valid anymore?
Not IBO, WBA it was.
Yeah.
Or WBO, it was one of those two. You can
All
Google
right.
it. That's what I did. I Googled it. All right, 3-1, Trav.
That's fucked up. Travis got all the fucking answers right there.
I'm thinking we need to switch a couple of these around.
What's some?
Do whatever you have to do.
You didn't think Travis would get any right.
I did. I honestly did. No, I didn't think you would get any right. I just thought, I know Chris knows boxing better than Travis.
Yeah, I don't even watch boxing.
You know?
Yeah.
Unless it's the heavyweights. That's it.
All right, Travis. Who did Holyfield beat to win his first heavyweight title?
Oh, wasn't that
Fuck you.
hold up. I have 30
Come on.
seconds to answer, right?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Kind of like, is there kids watching?
Yeah, who did Holyfield? I wonder if any of the fans know, because nobody's They're not
It
even
wasn't,
chiming in on this.
wasn't dude from Philly, was it? That he was
No,
not from Philly.
come on, man. There's a
Tim was just-
documentary
I
on
don't know.
Time up.
I said too much. I don't know.
Time.
Buster.
And you said his name earlier, Buster Douglas.
Oh, I know
Buster.
he fought. I know he fought Buster Douglas, but I think that's his first title.
Yeah,
know
he
that
beat him
Chris-
right after Tyson.
He knocked Buster Douglas out, but I think that's his first title. I thought it was like a second.
Nope,
First
that was-
heavyweight title.
That was the first one.
All right. What was Buster Douglas's nickname?
Yeah. That's for
Chris,
Tyson
Chris.
Killer.
Buster Douglas's nickname.
Tyson Killer. Shit, I don't know. I didn't even know he had a nickname.
That was a good trick question, wasn't it, Andrew?
You like these trick questions, man.
I was gonna say Mathis.
nickname-
Buster Mathis.
His nickname was Buster. His real
Buster.
name was James.
Oh, James Buster Douglas. That's right. That's right. That's right.
So it's still 3-1.
Fuck you. I got the other one that he didn't get right.
It's,
I got all yours right except one. The Herbie Hot. I knew who that was.
That's fucked up.
go ahead, Andrew.
All right, Travis. What was Mike Tyson's nickname?
Iron. That was easy.
Okay.
Yeah, that was easy.
That was an easy one. I thought you were going to give Travis a tougher one.
I just got what you put on the paper, man. All right, Chris. Who did
So we ain't ahead for the. We're dumb, but we ain't that dumb.
who did Travis lose his first fight to?
Oh, fuck you.
Who did you lose to?
Who did
Fuck
Travis
yeah.
lose his first fight to?
Fuck King's Promotions for asking this question.
I don't know. I have no idea. Who'd you lose to?
It was a week
Tony-
before your fight. It was a week before your first loss.
Before you fought Klitschko. That was right before you fought Klitschko.
Who'd you
It
lose
was,
to?
Tony Grano.
Man, I don't remember the guy's name. He's like, where are we now? Type shit.
He's on a
Somewhere.
boat somewhere. Jerk
Yeah.
off.
Trav, who
Yo,
was Chris's first loss?
Chris's first loss was to Klitschko.
Okay.
Yeah. He's a fucking dick.
5-1. Come on, you gotta step your game up, man.
All right, give him those hard ones now, Andrew.
Yeah, give it to him hard.
It's it's 4-1. Chris, you can still make a comeback here on these bonus points.
So this one's not a bonus yet. This is Chris's last question. Who was the trainer for Lennox Lewis when he lost to Oliver McCall?
Oh,
Well, after that, he got Stewart.
after that one was Stewart. Right? I don't know who was it before.
I don't know who he had before. I'm just saying after he had Stewart, right?
Was it when he lost to Oliver McCall, I asked?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Who was Oliver McCall's trainer?
Who was it?
You sure
So
that
you have the question written wrong. I think you want Emmanuel Stewart to be the answer, but you wrote who was Lennox Lewis's trainer when he lost to Oliver McCall.
right?
I think Emmanuel Stewart was Oliver McCall.
After he lost.
All right, so Chris gets a point.
All
Or
right.
5-3, 5-2, 5-3, something like that. I still won. That was the last question.
4-2. No, you got another question.
I have 5. What do you mean 4-2?
You got bonus. You got 4. You're trying to cheat.
Can we go back to repeat and rewind and shit? Because y'all cheating me. Y'all cheating like the refs did when I
What's the
fought
next
Chris.
question, Andrew?
Fucking dick.
Who was the trainer for Mike Tyson when he fought Buster Douglas?
Oh, that was Aaron Snowell.
The
All
guy
right.
that put the fucking
I'm
glove on.
surprised you know these. All right, were they the bonus questions, Andrew?
No, the bonus question is what was the original score of Travis and Chris's fight from all 3 judges?
Let Chris answer this.
I have no idea. Man, I don't remember none of the judges ever.
What was the score? Travis, what was the score?
115, 112, 115, 115, and 117, 114 maybe?
Nope. Nope.
117, 11. I don't know.
113, 114, 113, 114, 114, 113.
I don't know. Some shit like that.
Well, Travis, you won.
All right, send my damn money. I'm broke. I need to go. I need to get some food. I was trying to buy some food stamps, but can't find none.
I used to sell food stamps.
Well, shit, sell me some.
I swear, like when I was like 18 years old, I was broke as shit. I sell like
Was it 2 for 1?
yeah, 50 cents to $1. And it was back in the
Yeah.
day you had like actual dollars, you know, like
The stamps is actual stamps, the actual stamps, not the card. I remember them shits.
Yep, I had to go in there and buy it for them and shit. But like, yeah, well, give me my money.
Look, man. Andrew, you want to close us out? We got about 2 minutes left.
Yeah. I don't know. This is a tough one to close out. Well,
This is the most I've laughed during a podcast.
Well, you guys are fucking boring. You must be around boring people because we were boring as shit tonight.
Right? We're on our PG rated.
Hey, hold on, I got one, Chris. I remember someone telling a story about you hanging out with a friend of yours and pissing on him or something like that.
Oh, there are a couple people.
He pissed on a couple people.
Well, first of all, there's a spot that I always pee at, right? There's a spot. So all night I was peeing in the same spot. And then the homie decided to go throw up over there. And I'm like, dude, get out the way. I need to take a piss. And he kept throwing up. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm peeing on you.
I remember hearing that story when we were at Hooters that night hanging out.
Yeah, I've done it a couple times, man. People don't move.
Oh, many good times, right? What about when you were down in Reading and you woke up in the fucking hotel room, I'm butt naked?
Your wife?
Yeah, I said I was butt naked. Yeah.
Remember you had that
watching SpongeBob.
Scarface. You called that girl Scarface.
Come on, man. Keep that on the hush. We're on live right now.
Good times.
Good times.
Pineapple. I think that's the same weekend.
Pineapples.
That's the same weekend when someone threw up in my car.
Yeah, same.
Oh, Chris's wife.
It was a murder scene. It was bad.
It's crazy. Hey, look, man. Seriously, thanks for joining us, Chris. I appreciate you coming on, man. And you know, like I said, for those of you who watching, Chris is like family, man. And so, looking forward to seeing you back in the ring, Chris. You know, I'll be there. Travis probably won't even be anywhere. You know, who knows? He'll be sitting in front of the TV. But
I'll be in a cheeseburger, drinking a beer or something. I'll be. Might be at the bar.
How old were you when we first met, Trav?
Huh?
How old were you when we first met at that camp?
I was 20 years old. I'm from I'll be 35 soon.
So 15 years, man.
That was fun. Big Bear.
Yeah, you're like 24, 25, yeah.
Yeah. Hasim Rockman.
Oh, that's when we were up at Big Bear. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
with Hasim.
Right for my 21st birthday. I remember seeing Chris get hit with a body shot. I was like, oh, man, I hope you don't drop me.
Oh, yeah. The first night, he hit me with a good body shot.
I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, but after that, you started putting it on him.
Man, I was mad. He hit me good, though.
I remember that's the first time I sparred Chris. I was like, yo, this fucking Mexican. First of all, he's too big to be a Mexican. Second of all, he just don't stop. And I can't breathe up here. I was smoking weed at the time. I couldn't breathe.
And Chris always had a good counter left hook. If you threw it
watch out throwing that Teddy reach out to the body.
He would catch it and counter with his left hook all the time.
I was watching our fight the other day. Same thing. Trying to Teddy reach out, kept trying with the left hook.
You know, but yeah, no, it's great, man. But hey, it's seriously, it's great. Andrew, I'm gonna let you close out because these guys will keep talking all night if we let them.
I'm trying to get the hell off.
Yeah, I got to go.
Hey, Chris.
Thanks, guys, for joining us tonight. Thanks for everybody for tuning in. We're going to be back next Monday with trainers with Stephen Breadman Edwards and Troy Fox. So thanks again, Chris Arreola, Travis Kauffman. Hope to see you guys both in the ring sometime soon.
Yeah, how about it? Hey, Chris, say hello to my grandson.
Will do, man. You guys have
later.
All right, guys. Talk to you later.